Welcome back to our channel, English with Ethan. Today, we're diving into something that doesn't just motivate you. It transforms your entire life. If you're tired of breaking promises to yourself, if you're always starting strong but quitting halfway, if you know what you should do but just can't seem to do it, then this video is your turning point. Because self-discipline is not about being perfect. It's about choosing your future over your feelings. It's about doing the hard thing, even when no one is watching. In this video, I'll give you 6 powerful real-life lessons that will help you master self-discipline, even if you've failed 100 times before. Let's begin. Lesson 1. Discipline means doing it even when you don't feel like it. Let's be honest. We all know this feeling. You set a goal. You get excited. You make a plan. And then, the motivation disappears. Suddenly, the same thing that made you excited yesterday feels heavy, boring, and painful. And that's the moment where most people fail. But here's the truth. Self-discipline is not about doing it when it's easy. It's about doing it when it's hard. Your feelings are temporary. Your decisions are permanent. Feelings change every hour. Some days you feel tired. Some days you feel lazy. Some days you feel scared. But here's the thing. If your future depends on how you feel today, you'll never win. Because success doesn't care about your mood. Dreams don't care about your comfort. Your future only cares about your consistency. Real-life example. The man who ran every day for 1 year. There was a man who decided to run 5 kilometers every day for 1 full year, not to become a professional athlete, but to build self-discipline. He ran in the rain. He ran in freezing cold. He ran even when he had the flu. He ran after a long day of work. And on the days he didn't feel like it, he ran anyway. By the end of the year, he wasn't just physically stronger. He was mentally unbreakable. Because he proved to himself, my feelings don't control me. I control my actions. What happens when you only work when you feel good? You show up on day 1. You skip day 2. You restart on day 5. You quit by day 7. And this cycle continues forever. The result? A life full of unfinished goals, broken promises, and regret. You don't need more motivation. You need discipline. What real discipline looks like. Waking up when the alarm rings, not when you feel like it. Working out when your body says rest, but your mind says grow. Studying even when the world is having fun. Saying no to junk food, even when you crave it. Choosing progress over pleasure. Discipline is not pain. Discipline is love. Love for your future self. Love for your dream. Love for the life you're building. How to practice this lesson in daily life. Here's how you train yourself to take action even when you don't feel like it. Set a non-negotiable habit. Pick one habit. Start small. Example. I will write for 10 minutes every day. I will walk for 15 minutes no matter what. I will study English for 20 minutes every morning. Not, I'll do it when I feel like it. Not, I'll do it if I have time. You do it, no matter how you feel. Stop negotiating with your mind. When the alarm rings, don't ask yourself, do I feel like it? Instead, say, I promised myself. I keep my word. Every time you follow through, you build a muscle, the muscle of trust. Track your wins, not your feelings. Keep a small notebook. Write down. Did I do the hard thing today? Yes or no? After 30 days, you'll see your discipline in black and white. Not in how you felt, but in what you did. Most people fail not because they're weak, but because they're addicted to comfort. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to feel powerful every day. You just need to show up. Discipline is doing what you said you'd do, long after the mood you set it in has left you. Train that. Live that. And the version of you you've always dreamed of will finally become real. Lesson 2. Self-discipline is choosing long-term peace over short-term pleasure. Let's get brutally honest. Most of the pain in your life is not from failure. It's from the bad choices you made in moments of weakness. You wanted 5 minutes of comfort, but now you live with 5 years of regret. You wanted to feel good today, but now your future feels empty. That's the cost of short-term pleasure. But discipline? Discipline is the opposite. It hurts now, but it gives you peace for the rest of your life. What is short-term pleasure? It's anything that gives you a little hit of happiness now, but steals your future peace. Let's look at a few examples. Eat junk food now. Feel good for 10 minutes. Feel tired, unhealthy, and regretful later. Scroll social media for hours. Feel distracted and entertained. Feel lazy, lost, and anxious later. Sleep in late. Feel cozy for a moment. Waste the entire day. Avoid hard tasks. Feel relieved now. Panic when the deadline comes. You get the idea. Short-term pleasure feels easy, but it builds a life full of problems. And here's what makes it dangerous. It's easy to repeat. It's invisible in the beginning, but it compounds like poison. Real-life example. The man who always delayed his dream. There was a man who wanted to start his own business. He had the idea. He had the skills. But every time he sat down to work, his brain said, "Let's just relax for now. You had a long day. Watch one episode. Check Instagram. Eat something first." One day turned into a week. A week turned into a month. A month turned into 5 years. His life didn't collapse overnight. But slowly, his confidence died. His creativity faded. His dream lost. And all because he chose pleasure in the moment, instead of purpose in the long run. Self-discipline is the real freedom. Most people think, I just want to be free. I want to do what I want, when I want. But that's not freedom. That's a trap. True freedom is being in control of your time, waking up with energy and purpose, having money because you worked for it, saying no to things that destroy your focus, living with peace, not anxiety. And the only way to get that freedom is through self-discipline. What happens when you always choose pleasure? You feel good for 5 minutes, then guilty for 5 hours. You say just today, but tomorrow looks the same. You get stuck in a loop of regret. Why do I always do this? I know better. So why can't I stop? I feel like I'm wasting my life. This loop is emotional torture. And the only way out? Discipline. Choosing what's right, not what's easy. How to practice this lesson in real life. Here are some ways to choose long-term peace every day. The 5-minute rule. When you're tempted by something, junk food, social media, skipping a workout, say, I'll wait 5 minutes and then decide. Most short-term urges disappear in 5 minutes. Train your mind to pause, because that pause can save your future. List out the real cost. Ask yourself, if I choose this pleasure now, what will it cost me later? Write it down. Example, eating a cake at night. Weight gain, lower energy, lose confidence, avoid gym, give up. Seeing the chain of effects makes the choice easier. Keep a why I said no journal. Every time you say no to something tempting, write, said no to sleeping in, kept my routine. Said no to Instagram, finished writing 2 pages. Said no to Netflix. Practiced English speaking. After 30 days, you'll feel like a superhero. Not because you were perfect, but because you chose peace over pleasure. Success is not about how smart you are. It's about how many dumb choices you're strong enough to say no to. Discipline is saying, I'd rather feel a little uncomfortable now than live with regret later. Because you know what's worse than being tired? Hating your body because you never worked out. Staying poor because you never learned new skills. Losing people because you never controlled your anger. Dying with your potential untouched. So next time you feel weak, remind yourself, I'm not here to live a comfortable life. I'm here to live a meaningful one. Choose peace, choose purpose, choose self-discipline, and even when it's hard, because it's not pain. It's the path to becoming the person you were born to be. Lesson 3. Your environment shapes your discipline. Clean it, or it will control you. Let's begin with a hard truth. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your environment. You can have all the motivation in the world. But if your environment is full of distractions, temptations, and negativity, your discipline will slowly die. Think about it. You want to eat healthy, but your kitchen is full of chips, soda, and ice cream. You want to study, but your room is messy, your phone is buzzing, and your friends keep texting. You want to wake up early, but you sleep with your phone scrolling until 3 a.m. So what happens? You blame yourself. You say you're lazy. You say you have no willpower. But it's not always your fault. It's your environment that's silently shaping your behavior every single day. Let's fix that. Why environment is more powerful than motivation. Here's what most people don't understand. Motivation is emotional. It goes up and down. Environment is physical. It surrounds you 24/7. You can't rely on motivation, but you can design an environment that pulls you toward discipline automatically. Think of your environment as a silent coach, either helping you win or making you fail. Real-life example, the student who changed his desk. There was a student who always struggled to focus while studying. He thought he was lazy. He blamed himself for always getting distracted. But then, he looked at his desk. Piles of papers, social media notifications on his phone, open tabs on his laptop, a couch nearby, snacks on the table. He realized, I'm trying to be disciplined in a place that's designed for failure. So he made a change, cleared his desk, put his phone in another room, closed all unrelated tabs, made his chair a little uncomfortable so he didn't relax too much, set a timer for 30 minutes of deep focus. And guess what? He didn't become more motivated. He simply removed the traps. His discipline became easier, not because he became stronger, but because he became smarter. How to build a discipline-friendly environment. Here are 4 things you can do right now to fix your environment. Remove temptations before they tempt you. Don't rely on your willpower. Even the strongest people fall when temptation is in front of them. Examples. Want to eat healthy? Don't keep junk food at home. Want to write daily? Block distracting websites with an app. Want to stop wasting money? Remove shopping apps from your phone. Want to wake up early? Put your phone in another room at night. Discipline becomes easier when temptation disappears. Make good habits convenient. If something is hard to start, your brain will avoid it. So make good habits easy to begin. Keep your journal and pen on your bed. Keep your workout clothes ready the night before. Open your study book before going to sleep. Keep your to-do list on your mirror. Put water next to your bed to drink first thing in the morning. Design your space to whisper, "Let's do the right thing." Protect your space from negative people. Environment is not just physical, it's also emotional. If you're surrounded by people who mock your discipline, friends who say, "Why are you trying so hard?" voices that pull you down instead of lifting you up, then your fire will slowly fade. You don't need to cut people out harshly, but you must protect your energy. Stay close to those who remind you of who you can become, not who you used to be. Create a discipline zone. Choose one area in your room, even a small corner. Make it your focus zone. When you enter that zone, no phones, no distractions, only action. It could be a desk, a floor mat, or even a quiet corner near a window. Train your brain. When I sit here, I work. This turns discipline into a ritual, not just a decision. You can't always control your motivation. You can't always control your emotions. But you can control what's around you. Discipline becomes easier when your environment stops fighting you and starts supporting you. So ask yourself, is my room helping me grow? Is my phone helping me focus? Are my habits being blocked by my surroundings? And if the answer is no, change it. Even one small change in your environment can lead to a big shift in your behavior. Because at the end of the day, you don't need more strength. You need fewer distractions. Build a world around you that makes discipline the obvious choice, and watch how your life begins to change. One day, one habit, one space at a time. Lesson 4. Discipline is keeping promises you make to yourself, even when no one is watching. Let me ask you something real, and I want you to be honest. How many times have you said, "This time I'll change," and then didn't? How many times have you made a plan, a commitment, a promise to yourself, but broke it quietly because no one was watching? That's what destroys confidence. Not failure, but breaking your own trust. Because when you stop believing in your own words, you stop believing in your own worth. The most important person you must never lie to: yourself. You can lie to the world. You can wear a smile and act like everything's fine. You can tell people you're trying your best. But deep down, you know the truth. You know when you're giving only 40%. You know when you're skipping steps. You know when you're pretending to be disciplined, just enough to look good. And that quiet knowing, that's what kills your self-respect. Real self-discipline starts when you say, "I will not lie to myself anymore." That's the day your life begins to change. Real life example. The broken promise that broke a dream. There was a woman who wanted to become a writer. Every night, she promised herself, "Tomorrow I'll write for 1 hour, just 1 hour." But tomorrow came, and she felt tired. She felt lazy. She said, "I'll do it tomorrow." One tomorrow became 2, then 10, then months. She kept saying, "I'll start again. I'll do better next week." But she wasn't just skipping writing. She was teaching her brain. My promises mean nothing. Years passed. Her confidence disappeared. She didn't believe she could ever finish a book. Not because she wasn't talented, but because she stopped trusting herself. Self-discipline equals self-trust. Let me make this simple. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, even a small one, you build self-trust. Every time you break that promise, you build self-doubt. It's like a muscle. The more promises you keep, the stronger you become. The more you break, the weaker your willpower grows. Why this is so dangerous. When you don't trust yourself anymore, this happens. You hesitate to try new things. You don't believe in your goals. You start avoiding challenges. You become scared of effort. You feel lost, even when you're surrounded by people. And worst of all, you lose your voice. You stop standing up for what you want because you no longer believe you can do it. How to build back that trust? One promise at a time. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be honest. Here's how. Make smaller promises, but keep them, no matter what. Stop saying, I'll wake up at 5 a.m., run 10 miles, meditate for 1 hour, read 50 pages. That's a trap. Instead, say, I'll wake up 15 minutes earlier. I'll walk around the block. I'll meditate for 3 minutes. I'll read 1 page. And then do it, no matter what, even on tired days, even on bad days, even when no one's clapping. That's real discipline. That's power. Track your kept promises, not your big goals. Create a list called Daily Promises to Myself. And every day, check them off. I drank a glass of water after waking up. I didn't touch my phone for 1 hour. I studied English for 15 minutes. I didn't eat sugar today. I wrote 3 sentences in my journal. That list becomes proof. I do what I say. I am not a liar. I can trust myself. Reward yourself for consistency, not perfection. Discipline is hard. That's why 99% of people fail. So reward your small victories. After 7 days of keeping your promises, treat yourself. A good coffee, a short movie, a small break, a walk in the park, a little note to yourself. I'm proud of you. Discipline isn't punishment. It's a path to becoming someone you respect. You don't need the world to believe in you. You just need you. Because when you believe yourself, really believe, you become unstoppable. So from today forward, don't make promises you don't plan to keep. And don't break the ones you've made, even when no one's watching. Because in the end, your body follows your mind follows your habits, and your habits follow your promises. Every promise you keep is a brick in the house of self-respect. Build it. Live in it. Let it protect you when life gets hard. And when the world forgets your name, let your self-discipline whisper, I never gave up on myself, not even once. Not. Lesson 5. Self-discipline is saying no to the old you, so the new you can be born. Let's begin with something brutally honest. You already know what's holding you back. You already know what's wasting your time. You already know which habits are killing your potential. It's not a secret. It's not a mystery. You know it. But you're still doing them. Why? Because you're emotionally attached to the old version of you. The one who's lazy, the one who's scared, the one who makes excuses, the one who keeps saying, it's not the right time. Maybe I'll try tomorrow. At least I'm not as bad as others. That version of you is not the real you. That's the comfortable you, the safe you, the one who wants to avoid pain, even if it means living an average life. Self-discipline is not just about action. It's about identity. Let me explain something most people don't realize. Your brain will always fight to stay the same, even if the same is destroying you. Why? Because your habits become your identity. If you've been lazy for 10 years, your brain says, this is who I am. If you've been late every day, your brain says, this is just me. If you've been afraid to try new things, your brain says, better stay small. But here's the truth. You are not your past. You are not your patterns. You are not your excuses. You are who you choose to be now. And choosing means sacrifice. Discipline requires you to let the old you die. That sounds harsh, but it's true. The old you, the one who delays everything, wastes hours on the phone, lies to yourself, eats badly, avoids discomfort, craves attention but avoids responsibility. That version of you must die if you want to rise. Because growth is not just about adding new habits, it's about removing the broken ones. And that requires courage. Real-life example, the man who finally walked away. There was a man who used to party every weekend, drink too much, sleep till noon, laugh loudly, make jokes, always look happy. People loved him. But deep inside, he was empty. He hated who he was becoming. He wanted to be healthy. He wanted to build something real. He wanted peace, not noise. But every time he tried to change, people mocked him. You've changed. What's wrong with you? Why are you acting like you're better than us? So he stayed. He smiled. He suffered. Until one day he made a decision. He said, "Yes, I've changed, and I won't apologize for growing. This is not who I am anymore, and if I lose people along the way, I'm okay with that." That day, the old version of him died, and the real version was finally born. How to say no to the old you in real life. Here are 4 powerful ways to step out of your old identity and walk into your best self. Write a goodbye letter to your old self. Sit down and write. Dear old me, thank you for trying to protect me. But I don't need your excuses anymore. I don't need your fears. I don't need your laziness. I am done with you now. Goodbye. This sounds strange, but it's powerful. It creates a moment of emotional closure. You're not just changing habits, you're letting go of a whole identity. Decide who you want to be and act like it now. Discipline means becoming your future self today. Even if it feels fake, even if it feels uncomfortable, even if your friends don't understand. If you want to be fit, start eating like a fit person now. If you want to be successful, start thinking like a successful person now. If you want to be respected, start respecting yourself now. Act like the person you want to become. And soon, you will become that person. Let go of people who keep you small. This is the hardest part. But some people are not bad. They're just not growing. And if you stay too close to them, you will shrink too. You need to protect your growth. Surround yourself with people who challenge you, people who push you, people who want more than comfort. If they laugh at your discipline, walk away. If they mock your effort, ignore them. If they try to hold you back, set boundaries. You're not better than them, but you're becoming better than who you used to be. Celebrate the new you every day. Don't wait for big success. Celebrate every small moment of discipline. I said no to junk food today. I studied for 20 minutes. I woke up early even when I felt tired. I didn't let my emotions control me. These are not small things. These are proof that you are becoming someone new. Clap for yourself, be proud, because most people never even try. Self-discipline is not just about waking up early or saying no to cake. It's about something much deeper. It's about letting go of the person you've been so you can finally become the person you were meant to be. And yes, it's hard. You will feel lonely. You will miss the old comfort. You will doubt yourself, but one day you will look in the mirror. and see someone you truly respect, not someone perfect, but someone real, strong, free. So every time you feel weak, every time you feel like giving up, every time the old version of you comes back and says, just skip it, who cares, you'll always be the same. Say this out loud. That's not me anymore. I choose discipline. I choose power. I choose transformation. Because you deserve more. You are capable of more. And your future is waiting. But first, you must bury the old you and rise. Lesson 6. You must suffer today, or you will suffer forever. Let's not lie. Discipline is painful. Waking up early is painful. Saying no to comfort is painful. Working when others are resting is painful. Choosing the hard road is painful. But you must understand something very, very important. There are only two types of pain in life: the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. You must choose one, and only one will set you free. The pain of discipline is temporary. Let's say you wake up at 5 a.m. It hurts. You feel tired. You want to sleep more, but you get up anyway. You study, you grow, you become stronger. The pain lasts 5 minutes, but the pride lasts forever. Let's say you say no to a party. You choose to work on your goals. You feel left out. You feel lonely. But you made progress. You improved yourself. The pain lasts one evening, but the results last forever. Now let's look at the opposite. You skip the work. You say, I'll do it tomorrow. You eat the junk. You sleep late. You scroll, scroll, scroll. You feel pleasure now. But weeks pass, months pass, years pass, and suddenly, you hate who you've become. But now it's too late. That's the pain of regret. And that pain, it doesn't go away in 5 minutes. It doesn't go away in one night. It stays. It haunts you. It breaks your spirit. Real-life truth. A letter from regret. Imagine being 60 years old. You're sitting alone. You had dreams, but you didn't chase them. You had ideas, but you never tried. You had talent, but you didn't work on it. You waited. You waited. You waited. And now it's gone. You look in the mirror and say, why didn't I try? Why didn't I take myself seriously? Why did I waste the best years of my life? That is not a movie. That is real. It's happening to millions of people every day, and it starts with this: I'll do it later. What people don't realize. You think saying no to discipline will protect you from pain, but you're wrong. You're not avoiding pain. You're just delaying it. And when it finally comes, it will be much bigger, heavier, and darker than you can imagine. The pain of failure, the pain of sickness, the pain of poverty, the pain of self-hate, the pain of a wasted life. And the worst part? You can't go back. You can't restart your 20s. You can't rewind your youth. You can't get time back. So today matters. Right now matters. How to use this truth to build iron discipline. Here's how to turn this lesson into unbreakable action. Remember, discipline hurts for a moment. Regret hurts forever. Every time you feel lazy, say this: this pain will pass, but the pain of regret will not. This will give you strength when your body wants to stop. Write a letter to your future self. Take a piece of paper. Write, Dear me, please don't quit. I know it's hard, but I need you to stay strong today, so I can be proud of you tomorrow. Put that letter where you can see it. Let it remind you. Discipline is an investment in the future you. Visualize the two paths. Close your eyes. See two versions of yourself. One who chooses comfort every day. One who chooses discipline every day. Now ask, which one do I want to be in 5 years? Feel it. Make your decision now. Make a disciplined contract with yourself. Write this on paper and say it out loud every morning. I choose the pain of growth. I choose to suffer now, so I don't suffer forever. I am not weak. I am not average. I am disciplined. Say it like a soldier, like a warrior, like someone who refuses to die without giving everything. This is not just a video. This is a mirror. And I want to ask you, are you proud of who you are right now? Are you giving your 100%? Are you living like you'll die one day? Or are you wasting time like you're immortal? Because life will not wait for you to be ready. Opportunities will not wait for you to be brave. Your dream body, your dream life, your future self, none of that is waiting. Time is moving. And every moment you delay your discipline, you are feeding your regret. So what's the answer? It's simple, but not easy. Suffer now, and live the rest of your life free. Let people laugh. Let people quit. Let people waste their life. But you were born to rise. You were born to suffer with purpose. You were born to conquer. This is not about motivation. This is not about inspiration. This is about war. The war between who you are and who you could become. And if you win that war, you will become the most dangerous, powerful, peaceful, and proud version of yourself. Not because life got easier, but because you got stronger. If you've made it to the end of this video, I want to say one thing from the heart. I'm proud of you. You didn't quit. You stayed. You listened to every lesson. And that means something powerful. It means you want to change. It means you're ready. It means you're not like everyone else. You don't want to waste your life. You want to take control of it, with discipline, courage, and fire. So today, start. Not tomorrow, not next year. Start becoming the strongest version of yourself, even if no one believes in you yet. Because self-discipline means you don't need their permission. If this video touched your heart, if it gave you even one reason to not give up, then please subscribe to this channel. Not just for me, but for you. Because we'll keep showing up here to remind you of your strength, to challenge your comfort, to walk with you as you become the hero of your own story. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your courage. Now go. Earn the life you were born to live.